welcome to my On the Line show presented by MySportsResults and sponsored by Marathon Sports and the Foss Running Camp. My interviews feature some of Connecticut's top cross country and track and field athletes, teams, and coaches. In this episode, I want to welcome standout senior distance runner Soheib Dissa of Newtown High School, who is the 2024 Class L State Open and North New England, my apologies, New England Championship winner. Soheib Dissa will also be competing at Foot Locker Nationals on December 14th, given his third place finish at the Foot Locker Northeast regional meet. Anyways, we have a lot to get into in this episode, so let's just jump right in. So my first question for you, Soheib, is you've obviously had an exceptional 2024 cross country season. So from your perspective, what has worked for you this season to push you to be the best runner in Connecticut and one of the best in the country as well?
Well, so this season was a lot more structured than the past seasons. Like training, like I knew what to do every day. I knew what split to hit. Like it was all there. Each week my coach would provide me training, and then all I had to do was just execute it to the best of my capabilities, and then yeah, that's what took me like this big jump.
Nice. No, I mean you've had a absolutely exceptional cross country season. So huge shout out to you. Huge congratulations on all of your accomplishments. And I do want to
Thank you.
follow up this question just by asking, how have you been able to build upon the successes of last season? And you finished obviously second at the State Open and then race at Foot Locker Nationals based on your 10th place finish in the Northeast Foot Locker regional meet. So just how have you been able to build upon the successes of last season?
Well, like when I finished like second and I'm in the state open, and then I qualified to Foot Locker that year, which I was very ecstatic for. Like I knew coming back after finishing that season, I knew coming back like I my objective was to win state open title and like qualify for Foot Locker again. So I'm glad to get those two milestones again. And yeah, that was very it was very successful. It was very like I'm very glad that it happened.
No, for sure. I mean, you've really built upon the success of last season and just achieved so much more again. So huge congratulations. But also, you mentioned your coach, just the training play program that you've been on, and it is my understanding that your running coach is Jeff Messer. So how has he helped push you to the next level, and how has your relationship with him grown over the past years?
Well, I've met him like I mean I've contacted him like when I in like around middle May. I was like I got hurt early season, so I mean, and also like I couldn't, it was hard for me to come back to what I was last year. So we I really needed like a gateway to get back and moving. And so we contacted Jeff Messer, and he was glad to take me in. And then he gave me a training program to follow, and it was pretty difficult, but it's very productive. And I guess that's what made me like evolve into the sport. And also like he's very inspiring in my opinion. Like before a race, he always like messages me like about like a plan and everything. And like it always makes me confident of what I can do.
Nice. No, that's seems like you guys have a great relationship going, and I think that's really cool that he just sends you that text. I mean, it's the small things that can carry you far. So that's really cool that he's consistently, encouraging you to do your best. And I also
Mhm.
do have a question about Wickham Park, and you've done amazing things at Wickham Park, and you're now the second fast runner to ever race the course with a personal best of 15:13 at that course. So, how do you approach running such a difficult tactical course, and how have you applied your Wickham approach to other difficult courses?
Well, Wickham is a pretty difficult course, and it has a lot of turns, hills, all that stuff, and it changes terrain all the time. Like I remember the first time when I ran there sophomore year, I was pretty like blown away of like how difficult it was. But the more and more times I like ran there, I ran there actually like over the summer like twice, and that helped a lot. And like I just like got used to it. It became like my home course, to be honest. And then like through experience, I just got faster, and I just got faster and more used to the course. And and with all this training, I put into my mind that try to reach that goal of the course record of 14:58 set by Alex Osberg. And yeah, I tried going for that, um but like it's good that like I've came so far. Like I've improved by over a minute in that course, which is really good. And it's like it's an honor to be with those top runners like Gavin and like Callum Sherry, like your former teammates.
No, for sure, for sure. I gotta love the Sherry twins. I mean, when I saw that time, I was so impressed by the fact that you beat out both of those, historic athletes. So, and I do just have a general question. Did Alex actually reach out to you after your performance, and did he, did he say anything, or did he keep, contact you? Like
Nah,
the
he unfortunately he didn't contact me.
Oh, okay. That would have been a nice touch, but
Yeah,
again,
yeah,
huge
that would
congrats.
have been really cool.
It would have been a nice touch, but again, great that you're second there. So, I also do want to mention that you do have a PR of sub 15 sitting at 14:47 after winning the Virginia XC Showcase at Pole Green Park this season. And my question is, did racing at the Great American Cross Country Festival 2 weeks prior to this race really help you prepare for such a big meet before the championship season?
Oh, definitely. Yeah, Great American was probably the biggest invite I went to in my career of high school, and like it was like the first time I've been like I encountered like so many like nationally ranked runners, and like it was just not also like I I haven't really like went all out in a race yet in the season, so I really did not know where I was. So coming to that race definitely like set the tone. Like I knew okay, I run this time. I can compete with these people. Like I'm up there. So that definitely helped me coming within the championship. Gave me so much confidence for those races, and
Nice.
also like yeah, and also with the VA showcase, like it just like bumped up my PR, which also like was also another confidence booster.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, clear that it was a confidence booster based off how you raced at Wickham. So that's great to see. And I also have a question about nationals, which you are set to race on December 14th. So this is at obviously Balboa Park in San Diego, which you raced is the same course that you raced at a year prior, where you finished 35th with a time of 16:07. So how do you think that your experience racing on this course will benefit you as you contend with the top runners in the nation on December 14th?
Yeah, so last year when I was coming there, that was probably like the biggest meet I went last year. I didn't really like expose myself like I did this year to like elite level meets on regarding like opens in New England. But when I went there, like I felt like I was a little bit unprepared because I don't didn't really know my competitors. I didn't know the course that well. And then I was coming from we were coming from like sub freezing to like 82 degrees. So it was for me it was a hard like transition. But um this year like I'm planning my flight travel a little bit better. I'm probably gonna go a little bit earlier to get used to that weather. And on like this year, like I've been trying to like replicate those uh important parts of the course, like that the Balboa Hill you go twice up. That's a very very hard hill. So I've been trying to find some hills that were pretty similar to it.
No, obviously a very, very difficult course to run. And I just have to ask, with all this in mind, what are your goals for Foot Locker Nationals on December 14th? What are you looking to achieve in this race?
Well, for Foot Locker, I mean, definitely, I wanna compete with everyone else, and I wanna, I mean, like as like the other competitors out there, I want to try to go for the win and try to take it home. And if that doesn't happen, I'll live with the result.
No, I mean, seriously, best of luck to you at Balboa Park on December 14th. And I do want to transition more into track, just some questions based off of that, your
Yes.
past track season. So, just in terms of that, you are a two-time All-American in the 2K steeplechase, where you finished third at 2023 New Balance Nationals, specifically in outdoor, with a time of 5:51, and it also finished second at the 2024 New Balance Outdoor Nationals with a time of 5:49. So I'm just curious, what really drew you to race in such a niche event, and what do you enjoy about racing the steeplechase?
Well, so basically freshman year, uh, it was the what do you call it? Well, I went in like what do you call the invite? It was in Danbury.
The
Um,
Danbury Dream, or the what's
not
the?
Danbury Dream.
It's something else,
Um,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
but I remember my one of my teammates told me to try it out, and like I said, like sure, why not? Because like that was my first year running track, so I really did not know what to do. So um, oh, it was O'Grady's. Yeah, it was O'Grady's. Yeah. So I tried. I did it for fun that time, and I didn't really run like I just didn't really try that time. So then that time like I got interested in steeplechase. Like it was fun and challenging, and yeah, and there's a water pit, so like that was pretty cool. So then I decided to do it in the CX steeplechase and like combined like heptathlon and like decathlon stuff. Yeah, and like when I did freshman year, I placed third, which was pretty surprised that like I was able to get third place behind two seniors, which was really cool. So then like that trend, then I saw like since I saw I had like talent in it, so I did that the next year, and through like cross country indoor track, like they just helped me gain more an aerobic base, and I just like got faster in the steeple, and then that just made me able to to get third achieve third place in the New Balance Nationals, where and also like I was doing three events in Nationals, and the steeple just happened to be the first one out of the three. So
Yeah, so I'm just curious, like about the steeplechase. So obviously you race in more of the mainstream type of track events, but how does your training really differ for steeplechase compared to the general track events?
honestly, I should be doing more, but I usually do a lot of hurdle drills, like do hurdle mobility, and like couple of days prior to my race of steeplechase, I'll like go over hurdles. I'll like set hurdles around around on the track, and then go over them and try to perfect my form. And yeah, I mean like that's basically what I do.
Yeah, I remember I did steeplechase once in my high school career, and it's just such a fun event with all even like the pool of water and everything. So I
Yeah.
don't know, I thought it was really cool how you really have tried to focus on this, especially at the national level. So obviously one of the best in the nation at this event. So I also do have another question in terms of your famous race where you won the Yale Track Classic 3K with one shoe. Your spike fell off. Was it the first or second lap? It was
It
one of
was
the
it was I think it was the second one.
second lap, like very early in the race. So
Mhm.
you're able to outkick Marshall Vernon, who also placed second at the New England meet as well this season. But this put you at US number one in the 3K at this time
Yeah.
with a time of 8:35. So I just really want you to walk me through this race. How were you able to persevere given this unexpected circumstance?
Yeah, so coming to 3K, like I was like fresh from my this was like I think 2-3 weeks after um yeah, 2-3 weeks after my cross country season. So like my like aerobic base was really strong. So I was gonna use that to get a fast 3K time. And then so the race started, and then as soon as we hit like the curve in the second lap, someone stepped on the back of my shoe and it fell off. And then I thought to myself, "Oh crap! Like, what am I? Should I stop, or should I keep going?" And then like I also recall that I actually lost my shoe. I actually lost both my shoes in a through the 3K steeplechase when I was a sophomore. Yeah, I lost, and due to like heavy rain, I lost both my shoes. So I've done it before. So I'm like, I'm just gonna continue to see what I do, and then I just continue the race. Um, my coach is like, he has my shoe on his hand. He's like he tells me to stop, but like I just continue. And as I just go through the race, keep moving up spaces, keep moving up places, and then the last lap I see Marshall in my like not too far from me, so I go for it, go for the kick. Yeah, go for my strong kick, and then yeah, I'm able to pass him on the line.
No, I mean, when I saw that on Mile Split, there's like this little reel that I saw of it. I was
Yeah,
amazed by that. I was like, dang, I've never seen anything like that before. So that was really I would say career defining, honestly, type of race. It was a great performance. So I'm just curious. So in terms of this resiliency that you showed in this race, how have you been able to develop this type of resiliency when it comes to racing? And also, how has this resiliency had a general impact on your life?
well, so basically I'm pretty sure like I train by myself, like pretty much all the time. So like training by myself like definitely played a big role into like making my mental toughness like uh elite and stuff and elite. So yeah, like it just like the only person to push me is myself. And that that I feel like that helps translates to like when it comes to the race. I'm competing with other people, so I guess that gives me the edge because I'm able to push myself when it matters the most. And when it comes to like other things, like yes, it does definitely help. Like running has helped me so much, and actually like other things as well. Like when it comes to school, like whenever there's like assignments, I have to push myself to finish them and get the good grade and study. And then also like when I have other responsibilities, like even though when I don't want to do them, I have to do them because like I'm able to push myself.
I think that's great. I mean, there's so many lessons just running can teach you. I think that's the most beautiful part of it is how it extends, beyond just the track or the cross country course. It really extends to everything in your life. And I know that you mentioned this earlier, but you're really known for your blistering kick, which you mentioned prior. This was clear at the Yale Track Classic, as we mentioned, and also the Millrose Games last indoor season, where you placed seventh in the mile with a time of 4:13. How have you been able to develop such a kick, and how has this really become the staple of your racing?
Well, I generally think where I like gain this kick is from two things. I think it's one like whenever I'm doing a workout, the last rep I'd always try to do it, try to like make it the fastest one. So I guess like so when it comes to the race, the last lap is always the fastest one for me. So that helps. And then also like I just like make my just try to like I feel like from all the experiences from like running and like also like other sports in my life, like things I could in my life, like I developed like a fighting spirit that allows me to push even though when it hurts.
This is a very specific question, but in terms of short intervals, you said you do the fastest. You try and make your last rep the fastest. What's the fastest 200 split that you've had in like a short interval workout that you can remember?
200. Um, well, well, like I guess I'm running pretty hard, so I'm not sure, but I remember like I was doing 800 repeats, and the last rep I did it was 206.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's really fast. It's just in a workout is insane. Wow. Okay. That's really cool to know. And just in terms of, I know I touched upon your kick, but just I know that you're gonna say that, your kick is one of your strengths, but what would you just consider to be your biggest strengths in addition to the kick? And also, what are some of your weaknesses as a runner?
Um, Other than my kick, probably my biggest strength is that I'm able to like adapt to the race really well. Like whenever someone makes a move, I'm able to respond. and also I'm able to make my own moves with that, like my own moves to to get away from the competition. And then um also, like, I'm very good at visualizing my race beforehand, and which definitely like makes shoes makes the race easier for me when it happens.
Got you. Yeah, no, that I think it's really important to visualize. I think that's such an understated part of preparing for a race is just like having that mental image and just, manifesting it. It's real. It's real. But I also do want to kind of go to a different question. I know that you did soccer throughout when you were younger, throughout middle school and even early high school. So this means you didn't run freshman cross country and you opted to play soccer instead. I know that you said you broke your nose and initially, so you weren't even able to have a soccer season. But what prompted you to prioritize distance running over soccer, and what impact also did your middle school running career have on this transition from soccer to distance running?
Mhm. Well, for middle school, like I did middle school like cross country just for conditioning for soccer. Like I would do middle school like a cross country practice, and then after I would go on to do my soccer practice, which definitely gave me the edge whenever like I like trained because I had more endurance than everyone else. And then like when I started doing track freshman year, um like I was pretty new to the sport, but then I saw that I was really good at it. So I discussed with my parents, like, should I quit soccer? Like should I do cross country? Maybe that's better for me. And ultimately, yeah, we decided to do cross country, and that's what happened.
It's really cool. I think it's a pretty just common transition from soccer to track
Mhm.
and cross country. I mean, a lot of the best runners originated from soccer, at least in high school. So I think that's really cool, that story that you had. But I also this is more of a fun question, but I ask all of the guests that come on my show this exact question. But do you have any pre-race rituals that you have, are any of these superstitious at all?
Yeah, yeah, I do. I'm pretty superstitious guy. So whenever before a race, I always have to have the same like meal before a race. So like it's like I usually have like a salted bagel. I usually have this specific. I usually have the same flavor as body. I drink Body Armor, so I drink a peach mango flavored Body Armor, and as well as I drink from my green water bottle right here.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey, looking for a Body Armor sponsorship in the future potentially?
Maybe,
That'd be fun. That'd be fun. No,
yeah,
that's really cool. I know that in my last interview, Coach Jan Merrill, she was like, "I don't give away my secrets," but that's really cool that you have those type of superstitious ones. I'm also a very superstitious person when it came to races. So
yeah.
I also just you touched upon this, but you said you do the same meal, but what is your go-to pre-race meal?
Well, when my races are like in the afternoon, that's pretty sweet spot for me. But usually I would have eggs and toast before my races, like my
Okay,
pre-meal.
nice, nice. I like that. I like that. So actually, that's the end of our first section of the interview, but we will be right back to our interview with Soheib Dissa after we take a quick break for this message from our sponsor, the Foss Running Camp.
On the Line with Grant Walters is sponsored by Foss Running Camp, an overnight cross-country camp for middle and high school athletes of all abilities, located in nearby Torrington, Connecticut, August 14th through 19th. Go to fossrunningcamp.com for more information. Foss Running Camp, where champions are built one step at a time.
Welcome back to the second part of our chat with Sohaib Dissa. The next section will focus or be more of a focused feature on Sohaib's life outside of running. So, one of the things that I noticed actually about your bio when it came to last Foot Locker National race, because they released the specific bios for all the athletes, was that you listed Khabib Nurmagomedov. Sorry,
Yeah,
I completely butchered that name, but I'll just Khabib. He's a UFC fighter. You listed
yeah.
him as the one person that you would love to meet. What about him do you like, and what is the reason behind your interest in UFC specifically?
Well, I mean, I mean, back then I used to watch UFC like frequently, like stay updated, but not as much now. But Habib was such a fierce competitor, and like even when he was like on the top, like even when he was the champion at like champion of the world, he was always humble and always stayed grounded, and like I was always like inspired by that to even when you're top when even when you're at the top, like you still stay like humble and like very uh and like he adhered to his like all his faith to his faith and values.
And I just want to shout out. I think that's very clear through like how you carry yourself. And I really do respect your humility and everything. You're at the top of Connecticut cross country right now, and you're still able to be humble. So I really respect that. I think that shines through your admiration for guys like Khabib. So I think that's really cool. I also do have another. I think this is a really cool question, but you're very tight with your parents and your brothers. So I'm curious, how's your relationship with them shaped you into the person that you are today? And also have just a follow up to this. In what ways do you look up to your parents slash older brother, and how does this influence the way you guide your younger siblings?
Yeah, so basically, we're pretty. My family is pretty small in the U.S. Like all my extended family lives in Algeria. So I grew up pretty tight with my family, my parents and my siblings. I yeah, so my parents taught me to value hard work and resilience. So like that always like stayed with me. That if I like worked hard, I would achieve whatever I wanted to achieve. And my brother, my older brother, is like another role model to me. Like he taught me he taught me to stay committed to what you do and like all that stuff. And now that he's in college in Cornell, like I have to be the older brother now, and I have to like fill in his spot and be the same how he was for me, basically.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. And I know that you have a younger brother who also runs cross country at Newtown, and he just started running as a sophomore as well. So, do you see a lot of him or do you see a lot in him that reflects you? If that does that question make sense, especially given that
Yeah.
he is already running 17:30 as a sophomore in his first year of cross country.
Yeah, I do see him a lot of me. Like he's coming from soccer as well. Like for him, it was even harder for him to leave soccer because he's a much bigger fan than I am. Cause like he like we like each day we told him like, well, Ube, why don't you like try to do cross country? Like it's much like there's lot more for you to achieve there. And he always is like, I'm not sure if I want to do that. And like eventually he did, and it was pretty significant. It was a pretty significant change for him. So I see that like he has a lot of speed on the field, like me, and I feel like as he continues to run and like progress through his years, like more and more he'll run, the bigger aerobic base he'll get. He'll definitely be one of those like top runners in the state. And yeah, and I'll definitely like stay in touch and try to give him as much advice as possible.
No, that's really cool. And I know that you said, particularly during the summer, that you did some of your runs with him. I know that you also mentioned prior that you train alone a lot of the time, but how did that really help you get through those dog days of summer training, just having,
Yeah.
being able to run with your brother?
So yeah, basically, him being there was helped a lot. Like I knew that I'm not the only one that's doing this. Like I have my brother with me. He's also trying his best. So like I shouldn't be afraid to do this as well. And also like I feel like as we were there for each other. Like we both were struggling through it, uh as we tried through all those workouts, all those thresholds, like we we knew that together we can achieve this and get faster for the season.
And I also just have a question about your extended family, but you said that your extended family is still in Algeria. And
Yeah.
so, what are some struggles with having extended family that is so far and really only having like a small family, as you said, in the United States?
Yeah, so it's I mean, so basically it's hard to contact them every day because they live in a third world country, so it's not as advanced as here. So um I can't really call them every day, and it's I mean it's all right, but yeah, so like it's we don't have other people to really resonate with. I mean here.
Got you. Do you go and visit Algeria often to see the extended family as well?
Yeah, I usually go there like once every 2, 3 years.
Oh, cool. What I've never been to Algeria. What's it like? Is it
It's pretty
what's the
hot.
experience like?
Yeah,
It's
it's pretty
hot.
hot. Yeah.
Cool, cool. And that's Northern Africa, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, cool, cool. And I just kind of digressing from the family aspect, but outside of running, do you do any other extracurriculars that you're passionate about? And if so, what insights have you gained from each of these extracurriculars?
Well, I definitely like to read comic books. I like to indulge myself in that. I make short films with my younger siblings who are twins, my brother and sister. I always like made short films with them. It's fun, and and also sometimes and like I play Legos with them too. Like we build things together, and that it makes things it like makes me like understand that there's other things other than running in life, and that and like it kind of like exploits my creativity side, which is really really nice.
No, that's really cool. I gotta ask, what's your favorite superhero or comic book?
My favorite superhero would probably be either Batman or Spider-Man.
Those are the best too. I love that. I love that. And I also do want to add, it seems like you're an absolutely phenomenal big older brother. So huge shout out to that. I have a lot of respect for that. I'm an only child, so I don't really, I've always kind of
Ah,
wanted a sibling, but I think it's really cool how you make the time and make it a priority to really interact with your younger siblings. And yeah, so we'll be right back again to our interview with Soheib Dissa after we take a quick break for this message from another one of our sponsors, Marathon Sports. All right, welcome back to the third part of our chat with Soheib Dissa. The next section will focus more on Soheib's commitment to run at Duke University. So, my first question for you, Soheib, is obviously you have committed to run at Duke next fall, but what really drew you to this program?
well, this is a couple of things. Well, first, definitely the coaching staff. Like they're very. I mean, I really enjoyed like their personality, their commitment, like everything like they what they provide to the team is like very intriguing, and I that's what resonates with me. Also, I liked I like the what Duke has to provide. Like Duke has really very cool campus. Like I loved how the sport was like the center of the campus, and I also liked the buildings and architecture. It was really beautiful, and also the food is really good too. I liked the diversity of food as well, and also the education was also education is like phenomenal there too as well. So I mean, coming out with a degree from Duke is really good.
Yeah, I was about to say one of the best academic institutions in the country. That is a huge selling point. But yeah, I mean that's great. I also do want to add just Duke has a new head coach, obviously, with Kevin Durham. So I'm just curious, how has he built a relationship with you, and what made you want to work with him specifically?
Well, Well, first, Coach German. He's actually not new to Duke. He's been there before, and he's coached the girls side before, and he's been really successful with them. He moved after that. He went to Elon and rebuilt their program to be very successful, and now he's back here with the boys to to continue his mark here and continue on his legacy here, which is really cool. And yeah, it's definitely cool thing to be part of it. And Coach German's like he like when he messaged me, he was like very. I felt the like his genuinity. Like it was very like it showed that he really wanted me to be part of the program. And when I went there, I got to witness his personality, his drive, his determination to to achieve stuff, and also he shared with me his philosophies, and that really stuck with me, like as a coach. And yeah, and ultimately, like I knew that he was definitely a coach that I would want to be with. And
Oh, nice.
also his assistants, Coach Yeda and Coach Spo, are also really they're really good people as well.
Nice. Wait, that's cool that they made an effort to really, and just really carry themselves in an authentic manner when, obviously recruiting you. I think that's so important. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
And I know that I mentioned this prior, but Duke really is an excellent academic institution. So how do you plan on balancing a rigorous course load with your rigorous athletic schedule as well?
My plan is to not to take as many courses as possible the first year, so I can get used to the college environment. But then as soon as like the first year is over, like I'm gonna get I'm not and eventually I'm gonna get used to the college workload and such. And then the following years I'll be able to increase the courses I'll take. And yeah, and then I'm and then naturally I'll be able to adapt to both uh to both training and like studying.
Nice. And I just kind of want to follow up on this, but how have you built good habits in terms of prioritizing both running and schoolwork at Newtown High School?
So basically, like I do practice after school, and then once I come home, I get come up to my room and make a to do list. So like I list out each class. I'll do like calculus, economics, and I'll like all right, what do I need to do per class, and then I'll usually tackle the ones I have a lighter load. So those ones go by quick. and then and then eventually I'll cross out each homework I'm done with, and then once I'm done, I'm able to relax and do things I would like to do.
Very disciplined. I love that. I love to-do lists. Those come in so clutch. So great to hear that you do that as well. I also just have one final question for you. This is going to be the last question of the interview, but I have to ask this. Going into the collegiate cross country season, I know this is far away, but what are some of your goals for your freshman season?
Well, one of the goals is definitely I definitely want to compete. I want to compete to the fullest. I want to experience that college racing environment. I know it's a different ball game than to high school, because like as you can see, like they basically run like my PR in splits, 5K splits. So I gotta improve that. So like I know that with a lot of training I'll get better. And with coming into cross country season, I definitely want to compete in the ACC and try to place high there, and possibly try to get to that NCAA if I can. And then for track, like I definitely know that it's going to be difficult to compete in the championship level, but like I'm gonna gather my experience and try to get faster than what I was in from high school.
Cool.
Yeah.
Actually, oh, sorry. What were you about to say? My bad.
And then the future years, I'll just use that, and yeah, and get there.
Cool. I actually do have just one question popped in my mind, and I do want to just follow up. This is going to be the last question though, but
Mhm.
I'm just curious. So obviously Duke is pretty far away. I go to UCLA, so I'm pretty far away from home as well. But I'm curious to see how you're gonna handle, or how do you plan on handling being far from home for the first time?
Yeah, that's gonna be a pretty significant change. My mom does not want to think about it, but eventually it's gonna happen, like how it did my brother. I'll get used to it. The flight's not so bad. About an hour and a half. So yeah, it's not the worst. Unlike UCLA, which is pretty far from Connecticut, but but it's gonna take some time to get used to the change. And once that happens, I'll definitely like once I have to, I mean, of course I'll stay in touch with my family, and I'll be able to lock in and lock into like my season and all that.
Cool, cool. Well, so Hybe, it has been an absolute pleasure having you on the show. Thank you so much for agreeing to come on. I wish you the best of luck on December 14th at Balboa Park in San Diego, coming out to sunny California for the second time in your high school career. I wish you the best of luck. You're going to kill it. But this is Grant Walters with On the Line signing off for season 1, episode 3. So, hope you guys have a great day. And thank you again to Soheib for coming on the show.
Yeah, thank you for having me here. Yeah, it was a pleasure being here.
Of course, man. Thank you so much for agreeing to it. You're an absolutely great guest. And again, I wish you the best of luck.
Thank you.
Okay. Uh, Perfect.